cookie and victim of the sweets.
So, last week.
We spent a lot of time at home last week because we were waiting for the deck people to come and start drilling holes.
So Monday was a regular day at work. On Tuesday then I had a speed networking event downtown. Had some Buffalo Wild Wings.
You did it! Oh.
Everyone could learn about some of the other rotations that were available. Then later on in the week, filled out a survey to indicate our preferences.
We made some cookies, we had some picnics. We just hung out at home almost all week.
Thursday is when things really got going. Thursday is when the NCAA tournament started. We did a meeting with all the finance staff. So we had a chili cook-off and started watching March Madness. After the chili cook-off, then I had some other meetings, which I was able to move around a little bit so that I could watch the Duke game.
Friday, Austin and I got to go on a 24-hour date, basically.
We had the Corlises watch our kids during the day while we were gone.
We are on our way to the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
First round.
4 of the basketball games that were held here in Detroit.
Granted, Duke wasn't playing in Detroit, but we still got to see a lot of the teams.
And it was a lot of fun. It was really cool to see all these games in person.
We got a lot of comments wearing our Duke gear.
It was just a cool atmosphere to be a part of. We'd be out in the concourse. There were TVs set up and they had other games going on. So we'd get crowds of people watching the end of a game.
It was so much fun getting to go and hang out with my husband all day and do something that he really loves. I like basketball, but I love my husband, so it was for him.
One of the most interesting parts of the night was during the Syracuse game, which was the last game of the evening. Then Virginia was also playing. We had that game on my phone. We were watching that game and the Syracuse game at the same time. And during timeouts at the Syracuse game, they kept going back, showing the Virginia game on the video board. They ended up losing to UMBC, which was the first time a 16 seed had beat a number 1 seed.
On Saturday, then, the kids' Grammy came into town, my mother-in-law.
I've had the best time here in Michigan visiting Austin and Jen and my little grandbabies. They were all in the car and I got to sit back in the back with Sienna and Grayson. And lo and behold, I saw that Austin and Jennifer had me some DDT, which made me really excited. That's our little treat. We hung out and spent a lot of time, watched a lot of basketball.
The Duke game was another good one. They played really well against Rhode Island and had a good performance.
But Sienna told us we were a little too loud on a couple of occasions, so we had to temper it down just a little bit.
Every time Grammy comes into town, then somehow I end up downloading Snapchat again on my phone and playing with it with the kids.
We've done this every time that we're together. Sienna loves the filter, and she especially likes the dog ones, but lately she's really liked this one that has the big wide mouth. She really gets a kick out of that one.
Because I'm still an old fogey at heart. Even my mother-in-law has Snapchat and I still am not very competent with it.
A lot of selfies with those filters, and even Grayson was kind of getting a kick out of that this time now too. He's getting old enough that he did that. Grayson came and sat on my lap, and he actually just sat there and let me hold him and snuggle him until he fell asleep. And he never does that, so that was really fun. I just loved every second of that. I also love it in the mornings when Sienna wakes up. She comes downstairs to where I'm sleeping and she comes and wakes me up. So she always hops in the bed with me and I get to snuggle her and we just lay there and talk for a few minutes.
Sunday, I went to church.
This was the first time I got to see Sienna in primary. She's a sunbeam. During singing time, her stick with her name got pulled,
Which is the part that I get to do.
so she got to get up and play the little golf game in singing time. So that was really fun. And I also got to go and spend some time in nursery with Grayson. And he's just getting used to it.
And then North Carolina lost. They got dominated, which is always good to see as a Duke fan.
Grammy made some cookies with them. That's kind of their special little thing.
Helped me put stuff in the bowl. that was fun too. Sienna and Grayson love cookie dough, just like their Grammy.
We got to go on a walk.
We really did a lot of stuff. That was great. I could have walked for quite a lot longer, but Sienna was kind of done. She was ready to get back and she had things to do at the house. It was just a fun weekend.
And that was our week.